Welcome to the Kungchido live online class. This is our 7th online class, and we have already covered a lot about the breathing techniques, a lot about the micro and the macro elements that relates to chakras, meditations, and the spiritual aspect the people interested in. But today we're going to cover very simple thing, self-defense. In 2 words, everybody needs self-defense in some point. A lot of physical abuses there, and we don't discard that. But if you know even a little self-defense, that makes big differences in life. So that is what my experience is with myself and my teaching. A lot of people will come, learn Kungchido system, and they will get full self-confidences, and that helps them in many ways. So today I'm going to cover self-defense using hand techniques and also simple offensive techniques. I'm going to demo so that you can learn really fast. What we have in today's world about the self-defense. You will see a lot of martial classes, kung fu classes, and there are other jiu-jitsu, boxing, wrestling, and so many systems. But one of the major goal is to teach people self-defense. Okay, so self-defense, it helps in many ways. It is a great exercise to we don't have any second thought. Before we start self-defense techniques, I want to bring one of the very famous saying of Bruce Lee. When I was a student, I really into this saying, and I discarded technically all the systems. You will see today, if you'll see today martial arts movies, there are so many beautiful movies with acrobatic, a lot of techniques, like 1,000 of techniques that includes in the kung fu, karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, a lot of other stuff, including Kungchido. I don't disregard as well. But what Bruce Lee said is, I'm not afraid of people who know 1,000 techniques, but I am scared of person who does one technique for 1,000 times. So that is what our intent of class today. Learn few techniques, do 1,000 times, master on it, and you are safe. All right, so that's how I would like to start today. And most of the time when you fight, because of your facial expression, mostly you will get strike in your facial area, because facial expressions, eye to eye contact is the first fight. Before you fight with your eyes. So that is very crucial. When you fight, you have to really look at the opponent and don't give up. And that is called fight without fighting. Winner will be there even before it will decide. So your eyes are crucial. Number two, the mistake we do whenever you fight, you focus on most of the time looking at his face, and you forget to watch rest of the body. So your profile of looking at the opponent is not the focus on only one part of the body. Particularly people will fight, they will focus on the face. So that is a major mistake you will see in general fighting. So you have to look at the whole profile, from toe to the head, and all profile. So that's what you have to look at the opponent. Another mistake usually people will do, while fighting they stand like this. That means you are 100% open. So usually I recommend to stay like this, so that way you are only open to your opponent portion of the body, and this whole body is safe even without any defense. So that is another important part. And the third thing, you don't want to be rigid. You have to be flexible. You have to be flexible and robust. So those are the things you have to be careful while fighting. And our last one, while fighting, you may have to move in many directions. So be aware of not only opponent, also the area where you be located at. So if you follow all this, then you will be a good fighter. All right. So the first thing you will find in most of the traditional karate stuff, like if somebody will punch, it's called a lower punch, you're going to defend with this. It's called a gedanbari. Then if somebody will punch in the middle level, then you're going to defend by this block. It's called ushi. Then if a little bit higher, then you're going to defend with the soto. Then even higher in the forehead level, you're going to go with the age. So these are the major defenses, 2, 3, 4. So the problem with this, I'm not discarding that this is bad. It's really great for practicing. But while fighting, it is very hard to know who's going to do when. So it is difficult to predict. Either this punches is coming at the lower level, or middle level, or higher level. So it is a little bit tough to react because timing is crucial while fighting. So I come up with the idea that why not we going to replace all these 1, 2, 3, 4 with one single blocks. It's called the Kungchido dragon block. Okay, this is technically used the claw and blocking, and this is called is a points where most likely you're gonna get the strike from here to here. So you're gonna cover all these points with this 2 claw, and also use the wrist, and a little bit flexible. Okay, so that will protect any punches. So now you don't need to worry which punches, when, where will come. So this is how you're going to block. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to practice at home just like this. 1, 2. Then move a little bit here, flexible, up and down, a little bit faster. If it's going to punch faster, faster. If it's going to go slow, you go slow. And the same profile. Keep eye on the opponent, and this is very, very effective. It's called the Kungchido dragon blocks. All right, so second one is also very effective, and it is offensive, defensive as well as offensive. It's called a fire blocks. It's called a fire wheel. Okay, the same principle. Punches will come in these points, and you want to cover everywhere. 1, 2, 3. It's called a fireball. Okay, so even you can strike, and if the punches will come, you can hit really hard, and opponent will get some pains, and he won't be, or she won't be able to strike. At the same time, you're gonna be blocking, and at the same time, it's a great defensive and offensive tool. Okay, the same principle as I described. And the third one is eagle claw. Eagle. Okay, remember, dragon, fireball, and eagle. You make very small, but most effective will be most like a dragon and a fireball, and little. I found eagle is a little bit difficult to do it, and it is not that effective like dragon and fireball. At the same time, what I encourage you, like, learn the basic kick techniques. So while this defensive, while you are defending, you can also kick. Just simple kick. Defending and kick. So you can do basic kicks. So that will help a little bit of some offensive techniques can help a little bit to drive your opponent back. So that is the basic theory I would like to go today. All right. Okay. What else? I want to add up a little bit offensive techniques. So you know pretty much defensive, like eagle, fireball, all this dragon claws, and that is like 100% you are defending in all areas. So that is great. But at the same time, if you need to attack, attack fast. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Your mass is constant. Say I'm 158 pounds, that is a constant weight. So don't rely on mass. So rely on acceleration, speed, because velocity multiplies when you're gonna attack and use fast punches. So that will generate tremendous force. So when you're gonna strike it fast, strike it fast, strike. So at the same time, use this method. Block and strike, block and strike. So that will really help you to attack, because one single punch can easily knock down. Okay, so now you know two basic things: block and punch, strike, kick. Okay, this combo will make you more confident than ever. Look at this: block, punch, strike. Okay, you don't need to learn a lot of techniques. Master on those three techniques, you will be better off. You will get strong confidence, no doubt. So that is what I would like to deliver today. At the end, today I want to demo one of the kata combination of moves and techniques dedicated to Siddhartha Gautama, Gautam Buddha, who was born in Lumbini, Nepal, and Bodhidharma, who put the foundation of Kung Fu in Shaolin Temple, Bodhidharma, and Siddhartha Gautama, who is actually the founder of martial arts, who developed first 18 iron hands techniques. So dedicating this Bodhisattva one to them, I feel honor doing the Kungchido system. So let's dedicate Bodhisattva one for them, and then we end today's 7th online class. Before I'm doing this Bodhisattva one, I just want to bring a few elements. Like there is a technique like this, there is technique like that. You may not aware of what it is. It is technically somebody will punch, you're going to grab it and then strongly strike, and that will the breaking art. It's like you can easily break somebody's hand. Grab, strike, the hand is broken in two parts. So that is what this one. So you will see this one. Then you will see this element, pull. So somebody will punch, grab it, then pull. At the same time, it's called a double impact. And pull and kick in the rib. That is a strong kick. That will be double impact. You see that? You're gonna hold his hands, pull, at the same time, kicks, side kick. So those are techniques. Then there will be jumping like this, like somebody gonna strike on with the stick. You're gonna like jump up so that you can defend easily. Then strike, strike, strike. Then block and push, double block. Then you can easily understand like a kick, side kick, and back kick, and jumping kick like this. Okay, so this is the content of this kata. Let's start. Us. What is one? This one. Thank you. See you in next class. Thank you. Thanks for your time.